person knows why he falls. Every time a person has a problem, why in learning he falls down. In learning, he cannot get up out of bed, he has a problem drinking, a problem of talking too much, everything starts from loving yourself. And that causes a person to, it takes a person to fall down. Now he says like this. It'll be money or be covered. You cannot get out of it. When you have loving yourself, that causes a person to fall down. Now he says to you, Sami Kenim is telling you a bigger story. When you love yourself, it's impossible that you won't fall down with the trip of Chanufa. Chanufa is flatter. Flatter is connected to people. It means a person with people. It means a person knows, I myself, I have pleasure. I love myself. When it connects to people, it's called Chanufa. Because my enjoyment, when I love myself, will cause it, I would take the truth and make the truth, I corrupt the truth, and I follow all the ways of Sheker. And because I want to flatter others, because when I flatter others, I get my pleasure. The tachlis of flattering is to get pleasure. Pleasure for yourself. Pleasure for yourself causes to corrupt the truth. Corrupt the truth. And it gets you a lot of ways of sheker. So, who is this? So here we're learning today, one of the big foundations of working on yourself is knowing that loving yourself, avas atzmoi, will get a person to have chanufa. Chanufa gets the flatter. Flatter connects yourself with others. You have flatter, you want to get your pleasure to get from others. Flatter means you have your own world of pleasure, world of covet and money, all what you want. You're not living in the world of truth. The world of flattering will get what your pleasure is. What is your eye? What is your eye, or covet, or something else? You're able to have, when they're flattering, so they're able to get others to get what you want. You're able to corrupt people the truth because you want to get pleasure out of that. And we learn in the Gemara says, Chazal tells us that you have 4 types of people, don't become a pnei. And one of them is kafa chanofi. So, flattering is very, very dangerous. So, what is the chiddush? Is why dafka? He takes the point of to have flattering. Why? Why dafka he doesn't stick with other midah? Why, from all loving yourself, he gets to one nikud of midah of chanufa. And the chanufa will cause it to corrupt the truth, and the corrupt the truth will get a person to sheker, and then he will destroy himself and destroy the klal. Why dafka chanufa? This is my question.
Superficial.
Huh?
Superficial.
Superficial.
Connecting to the other person superficially. Therefore, there's no depth to that connection.
Right, superficial is a nice word. Superficially is only a chelak of it. And I want to say, he said like this. Here, I want to read you what he says here. Here. I want to read you what Shari Tshuva talks. The tachlis I want to explain is the tachlis is you have yourself and you want to push yourself on others. Your ideas, your chokhmah, what you want, you push on others. Not the emes. You want to take the emes and machiv the emes and make you tachlis is emes. The tachlis is yourself. Atzmoy, yourself, not emes. You want yourself. Ani, myself. So you want to push yourself on others. The midah of pushing yourself on others, it comes the midah of chanufa. Because chanufa is, you flatter, you push, you make everything smooth. You're able to, it looks emes, it looks truth, but it's all sheker. There's chanufa. What is chanufa Yeshua? Binyamin. What is chanufa Binyamin? It looks nice, looks beautiful, but it really inside is all sheker. It's all sheker. It comes really lie.
Cut flour.
What?
Cut flour.
Cut flour looks beautiful, but there's nothing there.
Nice.
So this is the big chiddush we learned today. Why the Saba Miken and Dafka talk the midah chanufa? That midah destroys when you're involved with the Klal Yisrael. When you're involved with Klal Yisrael, the worst midah can destroy Klal Yisrael, you destroy yourself and destroy others, the midah of chanufa, flattening. The biggest, worst, you could be the worst person in the world. It says here, you're the biggest mazik, yourself, and destroy the cloud even more. When you have chanufa, because it takes the emes. Yes. No, he does it. He himself flatters others. He does it to himself and he does it for others. No, first thing himself. Because he has it, he wants to push his eye, atzmoy, to others. He wants to push his own trip to others. His own ideas or chokhmah, not emes, and not ladira, they make emes. She pushes himself, not the emes. No, he talks to people. He wants to push himself to people. So how he gets to get people? No, I'm a big time chacham, and my idea is the emes idea. Maybe the idea is not emes. Maybe my idea is sheker. Maybe idea is not emes. So you're pushing your idea to others. So you take your chachma, your idea, and you make it. You cut corners. It's not emes exactly. The lashon it says menucha emes. The changes then you change the basis, you change the soidas. This emes is emes, but not in this case, and not that case. You change concepts, you change this noise, you change the nasu, you change all the things, and you change everything. You say it looks emes, but it's not emes. It looks flattering, it looks everything smooth, everything nice, everything beautiful. It looks emes and emes. Emes namitoy. But it really is sheker, because it's only yourself. So he tells us, loving yourself could cause a person to be flattered, to be chanufa. And I told you yesterday, Reb Chaim Zimmerman, when he came into Eretz Yisrael, the first thing when he put his foot, I heard it from him himself, the first thing when he put his foot in Eretz Yisrael, he said, I will not have chanufa. So I make sure I'm in Eretz Yisrael, I will not have chanufa. I won't flatter. That was an ikar. It was afraid. Not have chanufa. Chanufa causes the emes, corrupts. He says the midah of chanufa comes from is only a result of loving yourself. It's pushing yourself to others. Putting yourself to others causes the emes, corrupt the emes, destroys people. Because chanufa, you destroys people, you spoil people, you're hurting people. You're not, because that emes. You put your own ideas, your own chokhmah, your own ideas. You're not pushing really emes la'amita what he has to be. What do you want to say, Chaim?
I see when it comes around to real Talmud, that if they get a new student, the new student is very taken by them, he really looks up to them. A little bit, they'll put up with that student saying nice things about them, because they're new to them, they're new to the yeshiva, they're new to the idea of learning. But after a little while, that that tzaddik, the true person who's really working on themselves, that feels that even though they give shir every day for 10 years, all the time, and do all different kinds of special books and work and all different kinds of things they do, it's not enough for them. In their own mind, that Torah scholar is saying to himself, I'm here, I really want to be way over here. I'm really not where I really want to be. And he doesn't like when people say things about that compliment him.
But it's not true.
He'll let those people know that he doesn't want to hear that. He doesn't want to hear that flattery. He doesn't need that flattery. He feels himself that he needs to be way more than he is anyway. When a person feels that he's not at the level he wants to be, he naturally rejects that.
So basically you're saying a person ish emes hates flattery.
He hates it because he's not where he wants to be anyway.
I'm saying, very good.
He's not where he wants to
Very
be.
good, very good.
But the person that wants to hear it, he's kidding himself. He thinks
I'm talking here differently.
he's very, very, very high in his own minds. He's lying to himself about where he's going.
I know, but I'm talking about here. A person is, if he does, a person, he can fall into the midah of chanufa. He can fall into that midah of chanufa. If he loves him, if he avas atzmoi, it can produce, it's like a mesiba and a mesuba. Cause and a result.
Yeah,
if
he say he loves himself,
love himself, what of his love? Love is I. What I want.
He's not saying, I should do what Hashem wants me to do.
It's not the MS.
I want to do what I feel like doing. I just feel like.
Feeling, enjoyment, attention. How you want to talk it? Like we said, self-esteem, confidence. What you want to say? All the ideas that you want to say. Like we said yesterday, all the chokhmah you say. But the bottom line, he's pushing himself, and not emes ladiro. He pushes himself. He pushes himself, and then what comes out? So, but emes is emes. How he does it? So he has to have the mid of flattering, the mid of chanufa. It looks emes, but it's not emes. I always said this joke. For years ago, I said this joke. In Israel, what is the left party in Israel? It's called emes. Today they changed it already to different names, but for 40 years in Israel it was called emes. The Mapam, the worst, they called emes. They changed it today. They changed it. I know the last 5-10 years they changed. I don't know the names already. I don't know the names already. Yeah. I don't even know their names even today. I don't know their names even today. They changed their names.
What are those, liberal people?
No, the people that
liberal?
the people that they left people.
Liberal.
They used to call in Israel, it's called emes. It's avodah, but they call it emes. So always I used to say before the voting is to be emes. They represent emes. But they're able to buy people. They have to have flattering, has to be emes. They represent emes. If not, they buy them. It's all chanufa. It's all chanufa. Chanuf is flattering. Chanuf, flattering. Chanif, the only one to say, they take the emes and they corrupt it according to what they want. Emes according to their own desires. This is chanufa. So it only talks to yourself a sheker. If it's only for yourself a sheker. When it comes to others it's called the mid of chanufa. Because you want to get something out of it. You have an interest. I want to get something from someone else. So I praised him, and I said who high he is, and I'm really interested in it, and not even in your heart, you know it's not true. You want to hear this about, all these things, you talk about this, you talk about that. And it's only, Because you have an interest again. You're not just an MS. You're interested in, you have a goal. You're interested in your eye. You're not interested to get, this is Chanukah. I have an eye to get the eye when I want, and not exact. I'm not interested in the MS I want to get. I want to get my eye outside in the world. Mikoyach lefoyal, I want to do that. So I have to use the chokhmah, I have to use the mid of Chanukah. And is one, the Gemara says, is one of the Abba Kitos and the Kapre Plashchina. It's Kappa Chanukah. If you have Chanukah, you're not Mekabe Plashchina. I'm not going to ask. The Tachnifas Haaretz in Eretz Yisrael is a special thing in Eretz Yisrael. You can have Chanukah. So when you corrupt, the emes gets corrupt. It says like this, you see here. I'll give a mashal, the Shara Tshuva says, Oras ve'toiro yalu rosha. The pasuk in Mishnah Chavches pasuk Dalet. A person leaves the Torah, he praises Rishonim. And he praises Rishonim. So what happens? He needs to praise them. When you leave the Torah, he praise politicians, he praise power people, all this in the outside world. I'm talking about not Torah, not Talmidei Chachomim really. You don't praise them; they give the koach. Malchei Rabbanon, who is really the tzaddik in the Chachomim. Because the moment you leave the Torah, you praise not Torah, or you praise money, power. Who knows what? Not to make a difference. So what I want to say, it comes here, and shall choose it comes from the middle of Chanukah. Because you have to, this comes, he says here. He says in Kiz here. And in Shara Tshuva, Shara Shlishi Kuf Mem Peites. And he says more than that. A guy is Meshabeach, a guy is Chanukah, is Meshabeach the Rishonim. The guy's flattery, he sees a Rosha, he praises him. Because he has an interest, he wants something out of it. I have to praise the government people, I have to praise the people, the corrupt people. You praise them because you have to be afraid of them, police, who knows what. You have to be careful, you have to praise the Rosha. It's Pacha B'chonim. You destroy with your mouth, you destroy people. There's a lot of looks at it. There's a lot to talk about it. Chanukah is a midah, a very, very bad midah. Flattery. The opposite of Ish Emes. You hear me, Chaim?
Yeah.
The Rabbi was not machnif to people. No, it comes to yourself. It comes to yourself. When you relate to people, you machnif people. Because you want to. Well, I'll give a marshal. You have an interest to get some money from X person. I'll give a marshal. So what do? You start to praise him. Even his wife doesn't cover the hair, and even if he doesn't daven really good, he really doesn't. But yeah, he's okay, no problem. Yeah, he's a nice person. He's cool. You have interest. You know, he looks good. You start to praise him. All these interests in you, because you flatter, you want something out of them. When you start to praise not the MS, when you leave Torah. Or Azvei Torah, when you leave Torah, you start to praise not Torah. When you're in Torah, you praise only Torah. Only to be a Tamei Chachamim, we really only Torah. This way you care. Only Torah and MS, and Ish MS, only care about that. A moment when you leave the Torah, you start to think, I see this guy he's a nice person. He can be homosexuality, but he's a nice person. He's a nice person. He's a nice person. What do you mean? He's a murderer, but he's a nice person. I mean, I'm talking examples. And I'm talking about these things. I'm talking about, I go very extreme. where they gave examples of people corrupt the emes. A guy doesn't wear tzitzis, a moshel. I'm going to give a moshel, I'm going to give a picture. A guy doesn't wear tzitzis. He's a mitzvah d'oraisa tzitzis. He's losing. He's smart. He's stupid. You have a mitzvah says d'oraisa to wear tzitzis. Why doesn't he wear tzitzis? He's smart. He knows what is life. Not to wear tzitzis. But he's stupid. He's missing. He's not learning Torah. The Gemara says, you're walking in front of a person not learning Torah, be careful. Don't go along with him. If Gemara says, if a guy doesn't care about his own life, he will care about your life. The Gemara says that. So a person, the idea is, so a person is not learning Torah. If he doesn't care about his own life, to give life to Torah, so you think about care about your life. He's a nice person. It's a miscommunication, not true. But you have some people, I'm not saying that. You have people that the parents of the rabbi, they came from big rabbis before. And then the midas of the Chachamim. Some people see that way in Meshach Shanim. The people that they didn't learn a lot, but the parents, so they have the midas of this, they came from good families, so they raised in a good way of Torah. But the really essence, you have to know that you have to be careful for Chanufa. Not because he's a nice person, good person. All these things, we have all these names and give people. He's a rich person, that means he can do what he wants. Because he's a multi-millionaire, he can do what he wants. Because you praise his money, so it means you have to respect the money, but he's corrupt. If he does what he's not good. And you're trying to say is in our mind, we cannot get away from the emes. Emes, the Chanufa takes the emes and corrupts the emes. And you vow a lot of sheker. Not in this world. You have to change yourself to really be ish emes. There's a lot to talk about it, but the first thing he says, from Avas Atzmoy, from Avas loving yourself, I will produce you a midah of Chanufa. That midah of Chanufa will cause you to corrupt the emes, will cause you sheker, and destroy yourself and destroying others. So Chanufa is a very bad midah. Now I'll tell you something secret. I'll tell you a secret. The Gemara says, if you have Chanufa in this world, you have Chanufa to people, your grandchildren will fall in the same people you. I mean, the guy that has Chanufa to Reuven, that's it. So his grandchildren will fall into the Reubens because he had Chanufa. They'll fall into him. And don't trip on them because they had Chanufa. It affects you and affects your children also.
But in a Zivug, it's a very high level, but
תחדבר בעברית.
בזיווגים, there's a lot of interest.
Darkei Shalom, listen, and Darkei Shalom, and Zivugim Darkei Shalom, you have to praise your wife, even if it's not true. And Gemara says you have to say, the Gemara says in Meshabcha Beino, even you have to praise it, even if it's not, you have to praise it. There's different halachas. Shalom, it's a different rules. I have to say, you take the point and you make it beautiful. This is different because of, you have to do Shalom, you have to take Hashem's name and you put it in this is Hashem's name for Shalom Bayis. This is a woman and wife, a different world. But even so, you have to know the mid of Chanufa. It's a very, very cruel, somebody tell him, from all the midos, this piece, another piece, for all midas of Avatz Atzmoy, he took the mid of Chanufa. Unbelievable. So you have to be careful from flattering. You have to be emes lamita. So the mid of Chanufa corrupts you. You're afraid what they will say, what not to say. You're not afraid to say, you're not stand up by the truth. You say it's good, everything is good. It's good, not good. You come to be a humble Meshuggah. You come humble. Why you come humble? Because you don't want to say the truth. You're a humble idiot. You have to say the truth. People have to say the truth, not to be a stand up for the truth. If it's not right, it's not right. And am I afraid? Why? What do I say? You have a fight, it'll be this. You see, Rav Shach did not fought. He had to stand up. Rav Chaim did not fight. All the Gdolei Torah, they stand up for the truth. Not afraid. And Rav Shteiman used to say the truth. He said sometimes, almost a couple of weeks, he's not able to come to his own house. And he leave the house. From the house was a situation, saying the truth. He knew it was dangerous for himself sometimes. But he had to say the truth. A lot of rabbis, there used to be rabbis in Israel. They used to say, and the rabbis, and they form out of the community because they had to say the truth. In America, there used to be a lot of rabbis. They start to have more than a man and woman together. And the rabbi told them, it's not right. And then they form out. And this story happened. I remember this story. This rabbi in America, this happens 100 years ago, not today. This is about 100 years ago. This rabbi in America is written in a book. I saw it. This rabbi in America, and Yom Kippur, he started to talk about adultery, not the man and woman, yichud, man cannot touch women, all the laws about that. So the community said, this is talking Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur, he talk about Yom Kippur. Why you talk about not to touch women? You cannot look at women, all the laws of Chayah. And the next day they form out of your rabbi. So I asked him, what happened? He says, you don't understand. I see what's going on with the community, that the man and woman are not together. I said, we're not talking Yom Kippur. And also you see that in Mincha, what they talk about, what is after? They talk about that. But the community did not understand. They thought, the president of the community, he said, well, this is talk about Yom Kippur. But the point that they lost the point. The rabbi knew the emes, and he took emes. But they wanted beautiful words, nice flatter, everything's okay with them. What Yom Kippur they say, Hashem forgives you, don't worry, Hashem forgives you. But the rabbi was not that way. He says you have to correct yourself, change yourself. Don't get about women and all the day and all this thing was going on. And this 100 years, I don't know exactly the story was. The rabbi cannot be afraid of saying the truth. Even if throw him out at a job. And even if they don't have a job. This is emes lamita, not to be afraid of it. But Rav Shach used to say, a rabbi that they throw him out is not a rabbi. He has to say in a way that they won't throw him out. You have to know, say the truth, but they're not throw you out. Always rabbi will be enemies against you. This is Rav Shach used to say. Yeshiva was so salanta. Always a rabbi will say something that so they will have always against him. But you have to be smart, they don't throw you out. You have to be a rabbi enough clever not to say the truth. I used to be a student here in the Yeshiva. Used to be, they sent to be a rabbi in America. Someplace. And he said the truth, and then the next day they went back to, get back and plane back to Israel. And they don't say, you have some things you cannot say. And so you have to be enough clever where you could say what you cannot say. You also have to be smart. Also, you have to say things, but you have to be always to be. It's called Shulchan Aruch, the Shulchan Aruch, the fifth Shulchan Aruch. You have to know what you can say and what not say. What? Shulchan Aruch. Shulchan Aruch HaChamishi. It's called the fifth Shulchan Aruch. That means it doesn't say, you have to use common sense. You have to see the people listen, they're not listening, they're here, not to hear, what to say, not to say, how to say it. These things you have to have a lot of chokhmas ha'torah. You know what chokhmas ha'torah, to know what to I'm only trying to get to one point here. If you have Abbas Atzmo, loving yourself, will cause you flatting. And that Chanufa will cause you to corrupt the Abbas. This is what he says. And corrupt the Abbas will get you sheker, and then you do your mazik and destroy yourself. So you have to be careful. That midah, that loving yourself, is dangerous. It can get you this. It can get you I. When I'm pushing myself, and I push myself in, could cause you, and not pushing MS, pushing yourself, could cause all this. And get this aside today. Maybe I'm today confidence, maybe me. No. Me can produce and destroy things.